What's happening, y'all? This is Andrew from Mirror Music 99 back in the closet recording studio to do another Grateful Dead reaction. I'm trying to alternate the Grateful Dead reactions or non-hip-hop reactions and hip-hop reactions, so I'm trying to do every other one. So be looking out for another hip-hop one later in the next couple days too. But for now, we're doing Grateful Dead's China Cat Sunflower and I Know You Rider. This one is from, I've heard in the comments several different versions of this. The first one that was suggested, though, was from May 19th, 1974 from Portland. So from Portland Memorial Coliseum. So that's the one we're going to do since it was first. I've heard Europe 72 is really good. I've heard Alpine Valley is really good. So tell me your favorites in the comments too, to let me know if I should do another video of this combination where we are comparing different versions of it too. Anyway, before we get started, make sure we like and subscribe to the channel. Again, I don't get paid for any of this. If you think this is valuable, drop a super thanks, super chat. And here we go. So we got that 2 guitar riff going on, right? This is the kind of riff that is your typical jam band riff, or the stereotypical one, right? Ooh. Is Jerry doing like the top one, like up the neck, and then Weir's doing the kind of the chord? Is that what's going on? More critically, was it Jerry singing and playing that riff too? Because doing those two asynchronously is hella hard, or would be hella hard. You know what? This song has a Beatle-y feel to it, honestly. I know I have not gotten in trouble on this channel, but like y'all have corrected me when I've said that the Grateful Dead wrote some songs that they didn't write. And I know they do lots of covers and they go in and out of covers. Are these both their songs? Make sure that my history is correct on this. But this definitely sounds Beatle, post-Beatle kind of flow. Like just the lyric and the way it kind of fits with the guitar part. I was also suggested this particular one because of the interpolation, not just one song into the next, but how seamlessly it goes from one to the other. And seeing as how I've had multiple different suggestions of the same pairing, I'm assuming this is one of their classic pairings, like the one of the pairs that they played together all the time, and maybe changed up a little bit over the years. We'll see. You have to be able to hear that. Sounds like John Lennon a little bit, or maybe George Harrison. Just a little. It was almost like a 12-bar blues riff, but then it went up instead of down. It's a lot to keep mentally track of. There's at least 3 different melodies going on at once. Or lead lines, I guess you'd call it. And that is a Beatle thing too, like they go out solo and stop and then come back in like that. I know this is not the Beatles, clearly. That's my frame of reference, or one of my frames of reference that I know more about. For those of you who are new to the series, while I have your attention, or while I have this stopped, I'm not a Grateful Dead Deadhead. I'm here to learn. I'm mostly doing this because I recognized, 6 months or so ago, that this was a huge hole in my musical education. And this is not a thing that I knew a lot about, and I wanted to educate myself. So one of the ways to do that is to listen. One of the other ways to do that is to listen in a public forum like this, because y'all can come watch the videos and can fill in my education. So thanks for being here, and thanks for helping me out. It's almost a 12-bar blues thing. Almost. Oh, we're speeding up. Is this when he switches over? Or is this when we're going to start kind of jamming one to the next? See, I don't know either of these songs, so I don't know how it's connected yet. I mean, it's not quite double time, but it's a lot faster. I hear the piano in there too, or the keys or whatever. You have that line, and then the one going in the background. Yeah, this is a very blues feeling solo. Okay, is that Jerry playing both of those, the high and the low, or are they playing in unison? The two guitars playing that part. Because one's playing lower, and one's playing up, way up at the neck, the top of the neck, or the bottom, I guess technically, closer to the pickups. Okay, that sounds like a different song now. Like he's going into not just noodling around, but like this is an actual Sounds like it's an actual riff from an actual song. Yeah? You guys help me out with where it transitions. Is that right? Was it here? That's got to be a different song now. So I would have to go back because I think that riff is echoed earlier too. So find where that picks up to start with, I guess, to see where it starts in. So I guess this will be I Know You're Rider. A regular descending riff, right? Right. Just over and over. Let's just like way up here on the bass there for a second too. Now they're pulling it out. Is he gonna start singing? Cheering would certainly indicate that. Okay, I do know this song. I think. Or I've heard it before at least. I love Grateful Dead singing harmony, and I haven't heard it a ton in some of the previous songs that we've done. The vocal quality of that too, it kind of like fades in and out a little bit. It's nice. My mind was wandering like the wild geese in the wind. Is that what it says? I dig that. It's a fun metaphor. And the song has kind of mirrored that, right? Like where you got the 3 parts or 4 parts all playing melody, counter melody at once. They're sort of wild geese. Also, the metaphor works too while I'm thinking about it because wild geese fly in formation too, right? They fly in a V usually. So it's a perfect Grateful Dead metaphor because you have something, a wild geese, what does he say? Wild geese flying in the wind. I'm butchering the lyric now, but the idea that they're wild and independent and flying for themselves, right? You have that going on, but you also have the idea at the same time that they're flying in formation. They're making something together too. So that's kind of an interesting metaphor for the band. Okay, who are the 2 people singing here? This is 1974. The sun will shine here my back door someday. March winds will blow all my love goes away. I wish I was a deadhead. What's a third person singing, right? That person was not one of the other two that was singing harmony, was it? Somebody got in the microphone there. I like the slowing parts, and then it kind of rolls on, right? It feels like a rider, like riding on a horse, kind of that cadence, right? When they do guitar like that, they're about to stop, right? They're kind of pulling out. Yeah, and then they're doing the breakdown. Got that kick drum in there too. It's almost like country gospel. Will the circle be unbroken kind of style. Ooh. That's one of those where you can feel how important the bass is to this music. It kind of hits you in the chest a little bit, especially that breakdown at the end. That I Know You Rider might be one of my favorite things that I've heard so far from the Grateful Dead. I love harmony. My ears have been attuned to harmony for a very, very long time. I mean, I grew up listening to like the Beatles and Motown and that kind of stuff with my mom, and lots of stuff with my dad that's more like country gospel, and so Nitty Gritty Dirt Band and that kind of thing, right? Circle Be Unbroken, those kind of songs. Simon and Garfunkel too with that, and so my ears are kind of tuned to listening for harmonies, and even like my own personal like favorite bands when I was growing up, the Alice in Chainses and REMs of the world, very, very, very stylistically different, but the alternative bands, or the ones we would call alternative bands, that are more tuned into doing harmony too. So I really, really, really love that. Love that breakdown at the end. You guys are gonna have to tell me whether I got it right, whether the song transitioned over. It has been my experience that it happens in a series, as opposed to like we're stopping one song and starting the next one, but like one person kind of moves over a little bit and comes back, and then another one moves over a little bit and comes back, and then moves, and it kind of happens in waves, right? Like wild geese, so to speak. Anyway, thanks y'all for suggesting this. It was amazing, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care, y'all.